So this is example 1215, and what they want us to do is find the speed when the magnitude of the acceleration equals 8 feet per second squared. And so what are we given? Well, we're given that the car is going in the circular track. So we could probably do this problem in either polar coordinates or NT. We'll solve it in NT since that's the chapter we're in now. Okay, so we're given that the radius is 300 feet. And we're given that the speed increases, v dot. It increases at 7 feet per second squared. We're also given that it starts at rest, which means the initial velocity is 0. So what they want to know is what time does it take to get to an acceleration of 8 feet per second squared. Okay, so why don't we start with the acceleration equation for normal and tangential components. So the tangential acceleration is just v dot. That's how much is accelerating linearly. And then remember, there is this centripetal acceleration going towards the center of v squared over rho. What we do know is that we want this when the magnitude is 8. So let's plug in what we know. We know that v dot is constant at 7. We don't know the velocity when this happens, but we do know that the radius is always going to be 300 feet. Okay, so all we got to do is use Pythagorean's theorem and set that equal to 8. So we know that 8 squared will equal 7 squared plus, I'm just going to say a normal squared. We'll solve for a normal, and then we'll plug in for v. So a normal equals the square root of 64 minus 49, and that's 3.873 feet per second squared. So 3.873 squared plus 7 squared equals 8 squared. And so that means 3.873 equals v squared over 300. And solving for v, the velocity will have to equal 34.1 feet per second when the total acceleration is 8 feet per second squared. But it doesn't want to know that. Well, it does say what is the speed, so there's one answer. But it wants to know when that happens. So we do know that the velocity is the initial velocity plus v dot times t, which is constant. V dot times t. Let me fix that. There's a cross that out. It should be v naught plus v dot times t. Okay, so that will equal 34.1 feet per second. It starts off at 0. We know that v dot is 7 equals 34.1. So this will all happen at a time of 4.87 seconds.